Howdy, people. Have y'all been seeing that recent Turnstile drama lately? For all my people in that hardcore scene. If not, their ex guitarist, Bradley Ebert, but that's even how you pronounce his family name,
Ebert.
is calling out Brendan Yates of having stolen $4,000 out of a old charity event they did. And he's also calling out the band as just being a bunch of hypocrites and, just fake activists, right? So, just strap on. Let's uncover this whole drama together, shall we? So basically, this, or all of this, happened about a week ago. Yeah, I'm sorry for that joke. It all started with Turnstile posting a picture on their Instagram story of a billboard written "Fuck Ice," which was a really grass is green take. No one was really mad about that, but it did spark up some type of conversation within the music industry. Right, a lot of music-related pages started posting about it, and I guess that got to Bradley Ebert's attention, and he posted this. Yeah, a little comment calling out Turnstile, just basically saying they don't practice what they preach, that they're fake activists and they're only saying things to please the masses because, well, it only benefits them. And he's also calling out Brendan, aka the singer of Turnstile, of having stolen $4,000 out of a charity event they had made way back when in the olden times. Yeah, so that's a lot to uncover right here. Get what I mean? That's in one little tweet, in one little post, comment, whatever you want to call it. That's a lot to uncover. That's a two little strong allegations that could be a career ending for the band or for some of the band members, right? Which, if that actually happened, I'm glad that Brad Shady Brady, as his Instagram handle goes, I'm glad that Shady Brady is calling out Turnstile, or at least Brendan, for doing such a scummy move. But at the same time, we don't have any other proof that that's actually something that did happen. Therefore, it's a little complicated to say who's right, who's wrong, and if some certain things did happen, because if we look back at 2022, Brady did get kicked out of the band, and he also stated that Daniel Fang, the drummer. If I'm naming anyone and y'all don't even know who I'm talking about, just there's a problem with you, man. But anyways, Daniel Fang, the drummer, right, had to put a restraining order on him, and we never had a real clarification on why that happened. Maybe some physical altercation happened, or maybe he was gonna call him out. Maybe he got a restraining order on him. I don't know. But so when you look at that side of the story, it's also kind of suspicious, because then you're like, I want to be on Brady's side and kind of support him, right? But at the same time, he does have a restraining order put against him, and every tweet he writes, he writes as if he hasn't been to school, bro. He writes like if he's off four edibles, and he's also like hyper dyslexic on top of that. But at the same time, no hate, bro. Shady, I was not coming to Shady. I call him Shady Brady, bro. I'm not coming out for your throat, because if you are dyslexic, bro, I'll stand with you, my brother. I'll stand. You don't want to read the handwritten letters and texts I had to write, back in high school, because definitely that probably gave every teacher an aneurysm. Anyways, I digress. So basically, he's just calling them out, which Brady also made a few separate posts, maybe a few days after, or on the same day. I don't quite remember. But he made a few posts afterwards on his own personal Instagram story, talking about how he or how the ban made him feel. How he felt that he's kind of like the scapegoat of the situation. I'm a put on screen like the little post he made. Basically, the post says scapegoating. The target is set up as a cause of all problems within a family, relationship, or group, allowing the abuser to avoid taking responsibility for their own actions. The drug addiction narrative serves to justify the mistreatment of the scapegoat. And he kind of at Turnstile, you know. Uh, then another bullet point is deflection and blame shifting. By focusing attention on the false accusation, the abuser diverts attention away from their own problematic behavior or any wrongdoing they might have committed. And the last one is isolation. A successful smear campaign aims to isolate the victim by turning their support system, and in brackets, friends, family, colleagues, against them. So basically, what he's saying in this AI generated text is that he feels like he got secluded, he got kind of kicked out of the band, and they basically just shifted all the blame towards him and found a bunch of reasons why he's kind of quote unquote the bad guy, which, you know, removed all the weight on their shoulders and put it onto him. And that really, you know, that really just set him up for failure and them for success, which you know, there must be some parts of the story that we don't know. And you know, if they did some things to him, what he's saying right here, his feelings could probably be like you know, really intensified by a million, you know. And the other post that I'll also put up was written by him. This time it was an AI generated Google thing. It's last thing, if you have any doubts about the legitimacy of anything I'm exposing about Turnstile, anyone who recalls Daniel Fang's condescendingly ignorant statement about playing in Israel knows that what I was accusing them of wasn't true. They would have already addressed it publicly. Believe that. Dude, I had an aneurysm reading that, bro. Goddamn. Anyways, yeah, he's same thing. It just kind of talks about the hypocrisy of the band, right? And I guess now he's kind of targeting Daniel Fang, right? Well, I mean, Daniel Fang did, I believe, put a restraining order against him, and I think they had some beef, you know, some secret beef that us fans don't really know about. But you know, maybe in the next few days or weeks we might find out why, you know, why these two have a particular beef. And also with the last post, right, Brady kind of is saying that Turnstile would be shutting down his allegations and his, not his threats, but, you know, the shit that he's been dissing out against them, if it wasn't true, right, if it was false, which they haven't fought back yet, probably because they're cooking up something. But basically that's also what his last post meant. And on top of that, if y'all recall, there was like some a while back, some when they filed the restraining order against him and went to court and whatnot, he had stated something very similar to that, which I did find the quotes. One of them is, also my friends filed a restraining order, and guess what? They had 2 lawyers with them. I showed up to court myself, and the judge denied the restraining order. Yet again, that was another quote he wrote that I had I had trouble reading. And then there was, because there was no statute in the laws about what qualifies for a restraining order, that they were able to meet the requirements of, basically meaning that they had no reason to, you know, file a restraining order against him, no eligible reason. Therefore, nothing happened because there was no like legitimate reason to do so. It was more so of a cockfight between the band and Brady. You get what I mean? And his other quote is, in other words, they had no reason to file it, and it was all over text messages, which they showed the judge, and the judge agreed with me without me even having to testify. So no time. So whoa, sorry about that. My dyslexia is kicking in. So next time, before you spread bullshit, misinformation, say that shit to my face. Period. Mic drop. Mic drop, bro. Goddamn, that's facts, bro. Brady, if you're watching this, bro, I stand with you on that. I stand with you on that shit, bro. That's fucking facts, bro. On God, bro. But anyways, so that goes back with the last post he made, right? It all I'm saying though, with past situations and things he said and more frequent ones, it does align. So I mean, so far, what do y'all think about the Turnstile drama? You know, just drop some down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe and share your share the videos to your friends and shit. It's still too early to tell who's right, who's wrong, and how the situation's gonna end up. So hopefully Brady's gonna do fine, and he's gonna be able to call out Turnstile if there's actually anything that they do that was you know, unjustifiable. And you know, whenever there's more drama coming out on this, I will be first to let y'all know, bro. On God, bro. I'll make more videos. Turnstile's one of my favorite bands, so you know it hurts to see that, but you know, I mean, hey, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, bro. Anyways, I'm signing out. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Have a beautiful day, motherfuckers.